We need to find out the value of the given trig expression. So let us begin. First, what we'll do, we'll try to find out the value of the individual ratios. We'll start with tangent of 225 degrees. Now we can rewrite 225 degrees as a multiple of 90 degrees. That means we know that 3 times 90 degrees, so that's 270 degrees. But we have exceeded 225 by 45 degrees, so we're going to subtract 45 degrees from it. Now we know that tangent of 3 times 90 degrees minus 45, that is going to give us cotangent of 45 degrees. That's because we have an odd multiple of 90 degrees. Whenever we have an odd multiple of 90 degrees, a tangent converts to cotangent. We'll also have to be careful about the sign of the final result. It could be positive or negative. That totally depends on which quadrant 225 degrees lies. For that, we will use a quadrant system. We will begin from our first quadrant and start counting in the anti-clockwise fashion. So we have 1 times 90, 2 times 90, and 3 times 90. So that brings us to the third quadrant, but we are also subtracting 45 degrees from it. But since 45 degree is an angle lying between 0 and 90 degree, so we are still going to lie in the third quadrant. Now in the third quadrant, tangent and cotangent are positive, so our final result is going to be positive cotangent of 45 degrees. So cotangent of 45 being 1, our final value is also 1. Now we go to the next one, which is cotangent of 405 degrees. So we can rewrite cotangent of 405 degrees as we can have 5 times 90 degrees. So 5 times 90 degrees, that's 450 degrees. So we have exceeded for 405 by 45 degrees. So we're going to subtract 45 degrees for it. Here we have an odd multiple of 90 degrees. So cotangent will convert to tangent. So we'll get tangent of 45 degrees. So let's check in which quadrant we lie. So we have 1 times 90, 2 times 90, 3 times 90, 4 times 90, 5 times 90. So that means we are in the first quadrant. Now we are also subtracting 45 degrees from it, which is an angle lying between 0 and 90. That means we are still going to lie in the first quadrant. Here all the trig functions are positive, so our value is going to be positive tangent of 45 degree, and that gives us positive 1. Now moving on to the third one, we have tangent of 765 degrees. So we're going to get tangent of, now we know that 8 times 90 degrees, so that's 720 degrees. But we are short of 765 by 45 degrees, so we're going to add 45 degrees to it. Now we have an even multiple of 90 degrees. So even multiple means we will have tangent only. So we're going to get tangent of 45 degrees. Now 8 times 90 means we are back in the fourth quadrant because 8 is a multiple of 4. But we are adding 45 degrees to it, which will take us to the first quadrant where everything is positive. So this value is going to be equals to positive 1. And finally, we're going to compute the value of cotangent of 675 degrees, which will be equals to tangent of, so we're going to take 7 times 90 degrees, so that's 630 degrees. So we are going to add 45 degrees to it to make it 675. Now we have an odd multiple of 90 degrees, so tangent must change to cotangent. So we're cotangent of 45 degrees. So 7 times 90 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're in the third quadrant, but we are adding 45 degrees to it, which will take us to the fourth quadrant. Now in the fourth quadrant, cosine and secant are positive. Everything else is negative. So our value will be negative cotangent of 45 degrees. So we're going to get negative 1. Now that we have all the values, we're going to substitute this into our trigonometric expression. So let's do this. So tangent of 225 degrees, so that's positive 1. Multiply to cotangent of 405 degrees, so that comes up to be 1 as well. Plus tangent of 765 degrees, so that's 1. And cotangent of 675 degrees, that's negative 1. So 1 minus 1, which is equals to 0. So that means the value of the given trigonometric expression is 0.